Now we're going to be looking at how we can look at solving some quadratic equations and then rounding them to a desired number of decimal places. Not every quadratic equation will be solved for a whole number value, so you will have to use your calculator occasionally to ultimately approximate what the solution is. So let's look at A. X squared is equal to 5. That means that x is going to be equal to plus or minus the square root of 5. Now, how do we find the square root of 5? Well, we go to our calculator and we can just clear that, and we can do square root of 5 and hit execute. You get 2.326067977. So let's just write down the first 3 decimal places, 2.236. So x is equal to plus or minus 2.236. And we'll change these script lines because that'll be an approximation. So again, we're running to 2 decimal places. So here's our second decimal place. 1 decimal place after the decimal point, and then 2. And this one here is our critical digit. Because our critical digit is greater or equal to 5, we are going to round up. So x is approximately equal to plus or minus 2.24. Right? Or we can write x is equal to plus or minus 2.24 and write 2 decimal places. Okay, looking at B, we have x squared is equal to 14. That means x is going to be equal to plus or minus the square root of 14. So x is equal to square root of 14, hit execute, and we get 3.741. Now, because of this, we're going to round it to its nearest second decimal place, which is here. Here's our critical digit. Our critical digit is a 1. Because of that, we're going to drop everything past this point. So we're left with x is equal to 3.74. Make sure we have that plus or minus out the front, and then we can write to 2 decimal places. Okay, looking at C, we have x squared is equal to 17. That means x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 17. So put x is equal to square root of 17, hit execute, 4.123. Now, here's our second decimal place. And here is our critical digit. Because our critical digit is less than 5, then we can round down, which means we drop everything past the 2. Which means you write x is equal to plus or minus 4.12, and then we can write to 2 decimal places. Looking at D, we have x squared is equal to 22, so x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 22. That means x is equal to plus or minus, and let's do that on the calculator. The square root of 22, hit execute, is 4.690. Now, because the third decimal place is a 0, we're just going to round this to 4.69. Alright, and that's it for this video, so hopefully it was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.